Hi chums, I think I'm recording now. As you can see, there's been some movement in the workshop. I started getting toolboards up today, and I've got another one sort of ready to go here. What I'm doing is I'm cutting these out of plywood and I'm spraying them black to match the boards. Totally unnecessary, but it keeps me happy, you know. So that's that done. So we're actually making some progress. I've worked out that the best way for me to keep at this is whenever I finish for the day, I leave a job sitting ready to start the next morning. So I walk in, turn on a machine or lift whatever tool and just start working, rather than have to walk in and think, what am I going to do today? So I'm taking a leaf out of a man from Ballymena's book, a guy called Mr. O'Mullen, and my wife and I knew his daughter. We were trained together as teachers, and I went to the farm one night to see him, or to see her, and we arrived in and he was painting a big door, and he finished the door and put the paint away, but he had left about 1 square foot not painted. And I said, Mr. O'Mullen, why are you not painting that? He went, because if I paint that, my work is done and the Lord can take me. So if I have work to do in the morning, he can't take me during the night, and that gets me started in the morning. I know exactly what I'm doing in the morning. So I'm kind of taking a leaf out of his book. I'm not scared of dying, but it gets me motivated that I can actually do the thing, you know. There's some sort of thing flashing in the middle here. I don't know what it is. Right, so the weather in Ireland is absolutely beautiful, but I'm freezing. I'm really cold because I've lost so much weight. I've lost over 4 stone, like 60 pounds. And I feel cold all the time. And Dermot said to me today, my son said to me today, have you long johns on? And I went, yeah, I have. He went, I'll tell you what to do. He said, see, when you're doing videos from now on, why don't you have a competition for your viewers and they can try to spot the season? Right, dead on, you know. But he's running about in a t-shirt and shorts, and I'm dressed up with like 3 layers on the top, but 4 layers on the top, and long johns and thermal work trousers and all the rest of it, you know. But I just can't get heat into me at all, you know. So that's that bit done. But the weather is really lovely. About 10 degrees here today. What's that, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really nice, you know. About 42, 43 maybe. So what next? Yeah. As you know, we're all under lockdown. I'm under lockdown for at least 12 weeks because I take 2 drugs for the back issues and stuff that are both immunosuppressants. So it means I'm in the high risk group now. So I have to be, I'm looking at the screen here instead of the camera. I'm in a high risk group, so I have to be careful about that, you know. So I'm not allowed out. I'm not allowed to go see anybody. I'm not allowed anybody to come and see me. So I'm kind of housebound, but I don't mind because I'm very, very lucky. I've got a big garden and loads of sheds to play in and stuff. So I'm really fortunate compared to people who are maybe stuck in a small apartment with a few kids. I'm on the pig's back here, you know, so no complaints at all. The way I look at it is 12 weeks at home, doing what I want is much better than eternity in the ground, which is the alternative. Ireland has been pretty okay so far, maybe in terms of percentages population we're the same, but it doesn't look very high. We've only got 200 confirmed cases and I think 5 deaths in the north now, which is tragic, but if we can keep it down. But people are stupid. There's a nurse on radio yesterday begging people, please don't go up the Cave Hill Mountain for a walk. It's Cave Hill Mountains in Belfast, a beautiful, beautiful spot. And she said she could barely get past the entrance last night to the walks because there's so many cars, and she was heading to work. And there's people, another guy phoned into the radio station and said he went to take his dog for a walk down to the Falls Park, and when he arrived he had to turn and come home because there were so many people sitting on the ground having picnics. Like, what is wrong with people? Do they not understand how dangerous this situation is? I was watching a very sad video this morning. I've put it up on my Facebook page actually. A guy talking about his mother dying and how she was taken to hospital. They couldn't go to see her, and now she's dead, and they can't even hug each other because of the distance thing, you know. And he said he never felt as lonely in his life. And So we've got that sort of going in our own sort of family and friends here. We have a friend who's not very well, very unwell at the moment, and I can't go to see him. He's in hospital. His family aren't allowed to go to see him either. And he just loved to go and shake his hand one last time, you know. I have an uncle who's not well at all. I can't go to see him. And, you know, there's people here, people are dying here of other things like old age and that there. I don't know anybody who's died of coronavirus, but people have died in this area of other illnesses, and they've had small family funerals. Funerals are a big deal in Ireland, especially in the north of Ireland. We seem to go for them big time. But funerals are, people go to funerals. If somebody dies, their family goes, their friends go, their relatives go, their colleagues from work and ex-colleagues go, and their neighbours go. It's a sort of a tribute and a mark of respect to the person who died, that you go to their funeral and let people see, yeah, this person impacted my life and I want to pay my respects now. I was at a funeral with my wife about 10, 15 years ago. One of our friends' wives died, and we know her as well. And I hadn't seen him for 30 years, but we both went to her funeral because we wanted her husband to know that we respected her and we respected him, and that we valued our friendship from those years ago, and that there was something special. And you find that in Ireland. A psychologist, American psychologist, in an article I was reading recently said that the Irish have the best approach to death, handling death in the world. The Irish way is a superb way of getting through grief, because we have a 3-day period where we get together, we hug each other, we laugh, we tell stories, we cry, we help each other, and we support each other right through the 3 days to the funeral. And after the funeral, now things always go quiet then, but for the 3 days on the funeral, it's always really busy because people go and support each other and they get it out of their system. They leave. My father died. He's dead 40 years ago today. My father died 27th of March 1980, 40 years ago today. And at his wake, he was a young man, he was only 53, and people came to the house and they were heartbroken. He knew a lot of people, he was very well known. And I was saying to them, look, people are coming in here sad and they're going out happy. And that's exactly what happened. People come in really, really sad and they all went out happy because they got purged of their grief. And we can't do that. Nobody can do it anymore because we're not allowed to touch each other. We're not allowed to go to funerals. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard for people, not just here, all over the world, because sort of contact's very important when you're suffering, you know. So God, I just hope things don't get any worse. It's bad enough as it is. Where are we at now? So where am I going here? Right, so the next thing is, I'm going to go back to the workshop again because I've talked enough about that depressing stuff. I'm going to just work my way around these panels. I've got lots of stuff to put up on the wall, and I'm freeing up space in drawers and on workbenches and stuff, which means I can get other stuff moved into position and new workbenches built. So it's going very, very well. I'm really happy. My intention is to start putting up some wood turning videos. One of my friends, Paul, has started putting videos up. I will link to his channel down below here, so that anybody who's interested in wood turning can go and see what he's doing. And he's very good. He explains exactly what he's doing because he's aware of the fact that a lot of people who are not used to wood turning or have only started wood turning are wanting information. They want to know why he's doing a thing a certain way. So he does that. He explains things very well. And it's interesting too to see, he did a wee bit of wood from this garden the other day. He had a piece of wood, we don't know what it was, I think it was some sort of beech. And it turned out lovely. I was kind of sorry I gave it to him now. Do you know, Paul? I'd be looking at that stuff back. So, so those are worth watching. I'm going to start firing some videos up as well. And but most things, my main concentration is going to be on this area here, you know. So that's where we are, folks. I just stay safe. It's a dangerous place out there, and do the isolation thing. It's all we can do. It really is all we can do. Hopefully we'll get through this okay. We will get through it, but we want to get through it as unscathed as possible, you know. It's kind of taken over our lives. I've had to step back from it a good bit because I was overdosing on it, and it's just getting me depressed, you know. So that's why I'm out in the shed now doing work. Okay, so take care. Try to behave yourselves, and I'll be back with an update shortly. well, a couple of days time probably. Okay, all the best now. Bye bye.